Good first day of practice. Thought guys flew around. A lot of injury. A lot of guys anticipated this today. A lot of young guys. You get a lot of young freshmen in your program. What happens is those guys, they don't sleep well the night before or 2 nights before or a month before. And really excited today. So I was pleasantly surprised with not really with the enthusiasm, but really with some of the retention from the summer workouts. With the NCAA allowing you time in the summer to do things, it's easier to come out here day one and practice and get some things done. So I felt like today we got some things done. A couple things that I'm going to address one time, and then I'm not going to address them again. Samuel Watt from Trinity Valley made it in today. Got a chance to get out there on the practice field. He was cleared Saturday, so we're able to get him out today. He's not going to be in great shape, but he's definitely a guy. He shows up at practice, and he did today. Damian Williams, TV Williams are suspended from our football team for academic and personal reasons. It'll be the last time I talk about that, and there's no telling when they'll get back or if they'll get back. Stedman Mayberry is no longer on our football team. He decided to go and pursue a career. I think the crowded running back meeting room had a lot to do with it. Trying to think who else. Tyler Touch not here. He'll be in the 120 or bullpen. He'll be in the 120 for us. Basically, he'll come back when school starts. There's a good chance that Tyler doesn't play this year because he's still recovering from a knee injury. So we'll gradually work him in. Anthony Mays from junior college. He went to Lackawanna Junior College. He's no longer on our football team. He physically can't perform. He's got medical issues, so we decided not to bring him back. So I made those statements. It'll be the last time I talk about those guys. Questions?
What's your count of freshmen now? Are we still at 36?
It fluctuates.
Yeah.
It's 31% of our roster.
31. So
Yep.
a 30 of roster is
Yep.
freshmen.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been in that situation before?
No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of a storyline that you've been playing out heading into fall camp.
Mhm.
Is working with them. Always like to get a chance to finally, see them on
Yeah.
the practice field and work with them today.
That was really good. I mean, again, I really enjoy when you got young kids out there. They're bright-eyed. They're scared. Maybe not scared, but anxious. Especially those quarterbacks. Those quarterbacks got thrown in the mix today, and they got an opportunity to go out there and mess it up a lot, but then shine on a couple plays. So the process, and the journey is going to be what it is with those young kids. And we got to be patient. Like I said it at Sunbelt Media Days. Patience is something I have to learn. I'm not a big patience guy, but I'm going to learn. I'm going to enjoy these guys because I like these kids. I like the freshmen, playing quarterback. I like the D linemen. I like all the O linemen. But they're going to screw it up, and we're going to have to be patient as coaching staff and bring them along day by day.
Was there a noticeable difference on day one of camp today as opposed to this time a year ago?
Yeah, I think a better sense of caring amongst 105 guys. I don't think we have a whole lot of individualism and motives and all that stuff. It's been real easy to weed that out on our team. When you get rid of the mass of that, it's easier to weed out the one or two guys that are in there. I think the one or two guys, they kind of stick out, and what happens is hopefully those guys end up being in the number that care, because they know that's the only way they can survive here.
How fun is it to get everything going, Coach, after all this off season, that you had? How fun is it to finally, step out on that football field with these guys?
It's always fun to get back on the field and play football. And again, this first 5 days is obviously an acclimation period, but it'll be fun to get the pads on. This is kind of a dress rehearsal to actually playing real football. So when we get to that, then we'll find a lot more out about these guys. Hopefully they would have grown in the first 5 days so they can go and be further along when we get the pads on.
Like you said, with the quarterbacks, pretty much all freshmen,
Yeah.
except for exception one sophomore.
Right.
Like you say, patience is going to be huge for you guys, and to get them and help them along.
Right.
How much fun is that to grow these guys and have them go through that process?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun. Again, they're all talented. Jalen Gibson's, unbelievably talented. Willie Jones, the second the third is unbelievably talented. Jalen Nelson is as talented as any guy on our team. For a guy that's not very tall, he can throw it and run it. And so he did some things today that were really, really impressive. Keyshawn Kelly is, coming off for a shoulder surgery, but he's shown some stuff this summer. We got to bring him along slowly. We can't throw him out there in the mix of all those guys. But when he gets healthy, he'll be right in that mix committee.
Nelson was brought in to play running back, but you obviously moved him to quarterback today. Is there anything that he's having to catch up on, or is it just pretty much he's smooth?
He was not brought in to play running back. He was brought in to play quarterback and possibly to play running back.
Okay.
So he's been in the quarterback meeting room all summer long. He hadn't been in the running back meeting very much. He's been in the quarterback meeting because we feel like it's easier to go there if we wanted to move him there. So we've got him there. If he's the guy, then he's going to stay at quarterback.
I believe the Sun Belt's preseason poll has Texas State ranked 11 out of 12. Is that a fair assessment of where this program is right now?
I have no idea about rankings. The only ranking that matters is the last one. So I never look at, people always talk about you rank this or this, that, and the other. Let's find out in December and January where you're ranked. I'm not in the rankings. I don't know about the other teams. I don't get to watch the other teams practice, so I can't tell you what the fair assessment is. I can only tell you about us.
Is there anything specific in the first week of camp you're looking for offensively, defensively, special teams, or is it right now about the retention, as you mentioned?
Yeah, as much retention from our older guys from the end of spring and summer going into the first week of camp, looking for that retention from our older guys. Just summer retention for our young guys and effort. I think we'll get the effort from our older guys because they know the expectation. It'll be retention and effort from the young guys, thinking and not slowing down playing. That's what's going to be important for us moving into through week 1 into week 2.
Coach, you say you guys have to be patient. How does the team, the wide receivers and the O-line, what do you tell them, knowing what they have in the backfield right now?
They're all young too. We got to be patient with the wideouts and the O-line too. It's not like we got any veterans in the O-line. So I'm sure they're telling those freshman quarterback, "Hey, I was in your spot last year." So it's not like we got a whole bunch of veterans at wide receiver and O-line. So those guys, they're just worried about getting their job done.
Coach, we know energy is a big part of your practice and your scheme. What did you think of the energy today?
I thought it was good. I thought, kids came out. Again, I think we got way too many guys on the ground. I said that at the end of practice. We got to clean that up. Good football teams in shorts and helmets aren't on the ground. And that's young guys trying to learn how to practice. And we got to teach them how to practice because that's where you get guys hurt, when you're in shorts and guys are falling on everybody's legs. So we got to do a better job with that. But the energy level I thought was good. Again, when you have a young football team, they don't know what to expect. Those young guys are out there today looking around, not knowing, a lot of things. So hopefully, as we get through acclimation, they'll get it and understand it better, and the energy level will hopefully increase even more. But I thought it was good today.
Quick assessment after day one. I know it could be tough for you, but for fans, what do you think fans have to look for based on that young talent that you saw today for the first time on the field?
Hopefully, we get better day 2.
Thanks.
Good.